princess! Full glad am I to see thee whole and hale. But what of thy father?
Alas, I alone escaped the assault on Moonbrook.
It cannot be. It simply cannot be. Mighty Moonbrook.
We can only imagine what thou hast suffered, dear child. If there is aught we might do.
You are kind indeed, all of you.
So, where next? Journeyest thou to Middenhall?
The three of you alone mean to take on foul Hargon?
Better that than to live in fear. To live in a world governed by fear.
Valiant words indeed, my son. But this is not a fight that may be walked away from with mere cuts and bruises. Knowing this, thou wouldst still venture forth to face him? Truly, the blood of mighty Erdrick doth flow through thy veins.
Watch over these lands in my absence, father. Over Cannock itself. Over Gwaelin's Gate. Over the lakes and the lands beyond. We know not when the fiends might strike again.
Fear not, my son. Though I grew complacent in the face of such long-lasting peace, I suffer that affliction no longer. Cannock's defenses will be redoubled. Thou needest not worry on that score.
One more thing before we depart. The monsters we encountered spoke of sigils. It seems they seek them out. Know you of what they might be?
Sigils? Did they mean perhaps the 5 great symbols of power made so long ago by mighty Erdrick?
I have heard tell of these. Though they seem to the naked eye as mere stones, they impart great power upon those who wield them. Power destructive and redemptive both.
But why should the monsters be at such pains to acquire them? Do they covet that self-same power, perhaps?
We can only guess. As to the fiend's motive, and alas, as to the whereabouts of the sigils. For it is not known where or in whose keeping mighty Erdrick left them.
But wheresoever they may be, they cannot be suffered to fall into the hands of those who would use them for evil. And if Hargon's minions do indeed mean to make them their own, then in seeking them out, perhaps Hargon too might be found.
Perhaps indeed. We shall endeavor to discover all that might be known about them.
One last thing before thou departest. This will make proof of thy bloodline to any who might seek such proof.
Thank you, father, mother. Now, I must away to adventure.
May fortune follow thee, beloved son. And shouldst thou ever find thyself in need, do not hesitate to return to us here.
Can this truly be the self-same throne?
Is aught the matter?
My father kept the mark of Moonbrook here, the emblem of the crown, but it is gone.
What? You do not mean the monster stole it?
I cannot say for certain, though I can think of no other explanation.
Princess!
Chancellor! Guards! You are alive!
And so art thou! Oh, Highness, I thought that we had lost thee. Words cannot express how my heart soareth this moment.
The feeling is certainly mutual. 'Tis a miracle that you are unharmed.
No miracle, Highness. Only happenstance. When the fiends attacked, we were leagues northwest of here, making for Rippleport at thy royal father's behest. Were it not for this, we too would surely have...
Why Rippleport?
The town is a maritime gateway to the rest of the realm. His Majesty had hoped to expand our trade routes, and sent us to inquire about securing ships for said purpose.
This sounds precisely the sort of place we ought to visit. With a vessel of our own, we could hunt our quarry across the realm. Though I confess, I haven't the slightest inkling how one might go about securing a ship.
It shameth me to admit it, Highness, but neither do I. Alas, our journey to Rippleport ended at the Dragon's Horns.
The pair of towers on the road to the west, beyond the plains.
Indeed, Princess. A great stretch of water lieth betwixt the two, one far too wide to swim across, and, well, without a boat.
Blast! For a moment I thought our next destination was decided. To Rippleport, and thence to sail the seas in search of High Priest Hargon. But if we cannot even reach Rippleport, how are we to find him? Let alone slay him?
You mean to... Lo, Princess, thou art a beacon of hope for us all. Alas, so long as the strait remaineth unpassable...
Chancellor, forgive the intrusion, but dost thou recall the time His Majesty leapt from the highest tower of the castle?
Thou speakest of father.
Indeed. Our kingdom is home to a cloak known as the Windbreaker, said to allow its wearer to glide through the skies. One day, His Majesty decided to test the theory.
Aye, my lord. If thou rememberest, His Majesty came down leagues from the castle. And so I thought, if one were to leap from the top of the Dragon's Horns wearing the Windbreaker, one might yet reach the far bank.
An inspired proposal. Though, wherefore didst thou neglect to share this when we were by the towers?
For that we did not have the Windbreaker with us, my lord. And furthermore, for that I feared how an aerial voyage might bear upon thine aged frame.
Ah, yes, well...
The princess and her companions, however, should have no such concerns.
We shall use this windbreaker to soar across the strait to Rippleport, shall we not?
In that case, allow me to bequeath this unto thee, Princess. There lieth a tower to the southeast, known as the Pillar of the Winds. It houseth the Windbreaker that was once thy father's. This key will grant thee entrance. Pray allow us to handle matters here in Moonbrook, Highness. As for thine own journey, thou must follow the whispers of thy heart.
I shall, Chancellor. Come then, cousins, to the Pillar of the Winds.
Princess of Moonbrook, it is truly a relief to see thee well. Thou hast done me right proud in seeing the princess safely back to us, my son. And you, young Canuck, thy father sent tidings of thine own heroism. I thank thee for resolving to accompany my son on his travels. I do not doubt that he is greatly emboldened by thy company.
Alas, Moonbrook is...
I see. So Hargon is indeed abroad once more. We must give thanks at least that thou wert delivered safely unto Middenhall, Princess. Thou hast suffered much, but thou wilt suffer no longer while I yet live. Pray, remain here in the castle, that no further danger might befall thee.
Thou hast my thanks, Majesty. And yet I cannot accept this kindness. I am resolved to journey with my cousins, to see that Hargon pays for his crimes.
Thou art? We know not even where Hargon is to be found, and yet you would seek him out wheresoever he may be and slay him.
We would, and we will not be swayed. We will fight to the last to see that none of the other realms suffers the fate that befell Moonbrook. For we are the descendants of mighty Erdrick, and this is our duty.
Indeed it is, and I applaud your recognition of it. Why, I'm halfway inclined to accompany you myself.
And yet thou must needs remain here and guard thy realm. We understand, Majesty. None can know when the Horde might strike again.
You speak the truth, of course. My duty lieth here in Middenhall. The duty of ridding us of foul Hargon and returning peace to this world must fall to you, young heroes. I await your triumphant return. Thou wilt prevail, my son. Thou must. This shall prove, should such proof ever be required, that thou art of the royal line of Middenhall. May it aid thee in thy quest.